We've all been given this advice at some point in our lives, whether it's about what we should study, what career path we should go into, or even who we should spend our lives with. And that advice is to keep our options open. This is a simple risk-averse strategy. There's always a possibility that things don't go according to plan, and having backup options available means that we limit the risk of failure. In the world of IT, this is referred to as resiliency. If one option fails, we can go to the next one, and so on. Unfortunately, research has shown that for humans, keeping our options open may actually increase the chances of failure instead of decreasing it, leaving us much worse off. So let's dive into a key study. Dan Ariely, a renowned behavioral economist, conducted a simple study to test whether we should follow this advice. He designed a computer game where there were 3 different doors. Each door offered a certain distribution of cash rewards. For example, door 1 would give you between 0 to 7 cents, whilst door 3 would give you between -2 and 10 cents. Participants had to click on a door to enter inside. Once inside, every time they clicked, they would get a cash reward based on the payoff distribution for that door. If they wanted to try another door, they'd have to use up 1 click to switch doors and go inside there. Participants were given 100 clicks each and told to make as much money as possible, with the added incentive that they'd get to keep all the money they made. The participants acted reasonably smart. They went into each door, stayed there for enough clicks to understand how much that door was paying, then moved on to the next one. After they tried all 3, they switched to the one that made them the most money and stayed there for the whole game. These people made a lot of money. In real life, this is like choosing a career. These people tried out all of the available options, then spent their life in the one that they enjoyed the most. This suggests that keeping your options open is a great idea. Unfortunately, this is not how real life works. There is an opportunity cost to our choices. If we choose to pursue a career in chemistry, the longer we spend in that field, the more difficult it becomes to then switch to being an English literature teacher. In real life, if we choose one door, the other doors start to close. So Dan decided to make this game more realistic. He did the same experiment, but this time, as participants would start clicking in one of the doors, the other doors would start to disappear. The results were quite incredible. People realised that they didn't have time to properly explore each option, because as soon as they started clicking in one of the doors, all the others would start disappearing. So they spent the whole game constantly switching doors to keep all of them open. This cost them a lot of clicks in switching, and ultimately they didn't make much money. If they had chosen just one door and stayed there for the whole game, they would have made much more money than using this switching strategy, but people just couldn't bear to see the doors closing. So what does this experiment teach us? Firstly, it teaches us that we are loss averse. We can't stand the idea that an option that could have made us happy will go away, and we will spend excessive time and money in trying to keep all of those options open, just like the people in the second experiment who spent most of their time wasting clicks to ensure that none of the doors were closed. The second teaching is that we have trouble factoring in opportunity costs into our decisions. The people in the second experiment simply didn't realise that the opportunity cost of all the clicks they were wasting switching doors was that they could have been using those same clicks to make money just by staying inside any one of the doors. So how do we implement these teachings in real life? The answer depends on the situation, and we can generally break these down into 2 types of situations. The first type is where we have the time and money to explore all of our options. If you want to develop a new part-time hobby, but you're not sure whether you'd enjoy stock trading, learning new languages, or teaching online math, then you should spend time properly exploring each one. Learn how to properly trade stocks and spend time as an actual trader. Then do the same with learning a new language and with teaching online. Once you've tried them all, choose the one that you enjoyed the most. The second type is where we don't have the time and money to explore different options. If you're deciding on which degree to study at university, most people simply don't have the time or the money to spend years properly trying out different courses to find out which one they enjoy the most. In this scenario, a lot of people choose really generic courses which doesn't really teach them anything and doesn't lead to a clear career path. They do this because by choosing a generic course, you technically keep all of your options open. But just like in Dan's experiment, the cost of doing this is really high because you spend years of your life not learning anything meaningful. It's better to choose any proper course that you're really interested in, it doesn't matter what it is, and properly commit to that. Just like how in Dan's experiment, if the people had chosen just one door and stayed there instead of wasting all of their time trying to keep all of their options open, they would have performed much better. This study caused me to rethink some of the choices that I've made in life, and taught me that sometimes instead of wasting precious time, energy, and money in keeping a lot of options open, it's better to commit to one path that we really believe in and invest our energy there. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and check out my other videos.